you. Now we have to do it again.
No, we don't. That was 5 seconds. It's plenty.
Dude, every time I edit your audio and I'm like, okay, 10 seconds of silence, like there's always noise on your end. Like you never stop fiddling. You're always just like, don't move it closer to you.
Yeah, but you're like hulking over it like a monster.
Dab like the
you
phone.
just blew
Look
the
at that
fuck
spike,
out of the
dude.
audio. Hi.
If this sounds bad, it's because we're sharing one microphone in my bedroom.
It doesn't sound bad. You edited me and Yaman using the same one all the time.
But because you guys always sound distant, though. I don't like that.
Fuck you.
I mean, I don't know if like other people care. Or do you listen back to the episodes after they go up?
Do I listen to an hour and a half of audio?
You usually do. I mean, no, like when they get posted.
In the beginning. This is episode 97.
Well, no. Like you.
Also, I haven't listened to the last like 3 because I don't want to hear me when I'm like exhausted and rambling. Also interrupting you like constantly.
Yeah. But it's better in person now because like.
Because now you're mine.
It's noticeably different when we do it in person versus when we do it like over the Skype or whatever, because I don't know, like body language is a thing. Like it's a very different thing.
Derek messaged me.
What did he say?
You can't unlock my phone, so.
Can I shake your hand real quick?
Do you have on like a little like a Scotch tape or something that you're gonna get my thumbprint?
Real quick. Let me just.
Do you have a banking app that uses your thumbprint?
Yeah. Well, it's my face now because I've got one of them fancy.
I used to be super scared of like that kind of technology, but then it took me like a month to be tired of typing my password,
dude,
so I just gave it all up.
Yeah, and I gave it up too, dude. When we were taking graduation photos, my friends were using my phone, and it like locked up on her, and she like she was like, oh, hang on a second, and she just like held it in front of my face to scan me, and then she's like, all right, you're good. And I was like,
that was fast.
I was like, that's weird.
All it takes is I don't fuck with like, I mean, Yaman has it as well, but the face thing,
the face ID, yeah. I mean, it's so fast though. I kind of like it.
At, like in bed?
It doesn't do it if your eyes are closed. So someone will
have. What I meant is like, what if it's dark?
Oh, it works even if it's dark because it doesn't use like.
I wish you guys could see the face I just made. It was very distressed.
It uses lasers. It doesn't use like. It doesn't use the light around you. It has its own light.
It uses
lasers. Let me show you.
Kalina's texting you.
She's at a Game of Thrones bar crawl right now.
What a fucking dork. Should I tell her that she's a dork through text?
No, then she'll text me and be like, why the fuck is Patrick being an asshole to me?
I'm not an asshole. You have not explained thoroughly enough. We went and we got fucking Dairy Queen or something.
Cheesecake Factory.
Whatever. Yeah. I wasn't an asshole to her then.
Yeah, it's just...
The fire alarm went off.
The fire alarm was going off.
Because of the spicy spoilers. You should take a video of us recording this.
That's hilarious.
It's Daenerys.
The dude is dressed up as Daenerys.
She's dead.
That's so funny. That's hilarious. I'm gonna snap her back. That's a good photo. That's really good.
This is great for an audio podcast. All we did was take a selfie, and I expanded my neck to have as many chins as possible.
Every time we're like, what should we do to like improve the podcast, you guys? You know, let us know. And they're like, add video. It'd be really interesting.
It was a long time ago. Nobody sent us that.
Literally on the last YouTube.
I forgot. Yeah, we have to check those as well.
Well, we'll get there. We'll get there.
I'm gonna sneeze.
Bless you. Ew. I'm gonna go to
That's a better reaction than Yaman has.
God, your legs are making an earthquake.
No, it's not.
I can't hear that. I can't say anything because I'm guilty of that as well, because I'd love to just shake my legs like a madman.
I like thinking about how so many things that are wrong with me would have gotten me burned alive, and like the what's it called, the Charlemagne or whatever in Roman times.
What were you watching? You were watching Best of the Worst Plinketto #7.
No, I was not.
That was you.
I haven't used that for watching. It's just recommendations.
To watch history.
It doesn't have a date on it, though.
It's fucking the last thing we watched, so... Alright, hang on. What are the comments on Podcast 92? We're doing this out of order.
Yeah, you should play it out loud.
Bop.
That was the cringiest shit I've ever seen. Fucking Jesus. Yaman would have just stabbed you in the head for doing that. Oh, Alex heard the podcast intro music, and then he just did this weird ass like pointing down thing that you do at like an EDM concert when you're a 45-year-old white dad.
Dude, 7 comments held for review, but it's not.
They are never ever like.
It's not showing them though. Whatever.
That's weird.
I just closed that thing that I was gonna
Where's your list?
talk about. It is
You didn't make one, did you?
I did make a list actually.
I don't believe you.
Here we go. Ready? Coming up.
No, before you look at your list, I have some things, and you can continue to Google it.
Tell your thing.
I like versus things, especially when the Mr. Sunday does them. One of which that I thought of recently that you're probably just gonna immediately say the answer that you believe, but and people listening probably don't even know the other characters. Casey Jones from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles universe, and Sportsmaster from DC Comics, especially from Young Justice.
Okay. Oh yeah, because they both use
basically whatever you might find in a Dick's Sporting Goods.
Doesn't DC Comics publish Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
I know that recently there was an animated movie where Batman meets the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
You told me about that.
And the two enemies are Ra's al Ghul and Shredder.
You told me it was pretty good.
I liked it a lot.
And I was like, it looks interesting.
Did I tell you about the moment in the movie? This is kind of a spoiler, I guess, where obviously there's a moment at the beginning where they meet and they do a bit of a tussle, a bit of roughhousing, and then they come to terms and they meet in the Batcave.
Because both their moms' names are Martha. They come to a mutual understanding. They're like, oh hey, like
your mom,
you're just
name
like
was
me.
Martha. Mine was Splinter the rat. It's a weird coincidence.
Really close. Weird. Like
my mom's owned a rat named Shredder or whatever.
The world's such a small place.
Oh my god! And there's a point where Shredder is fighting, or no, Ra's al Ghul is fighting Leonardo, and he's about to get the best of him. And then Leonardo just kicks him right in the balls. Yeah. After Ra's al Ghul is giving him this like speech about like I learned from the best. I've lived for thousands of years. I learned swordsmanship from Genghis Khan, and I've learned blah 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 blah. And then he just kicks him right in the balls. And then who taught you that? And then Leonardo's like a rat, and then he just beats the shit out of him. It's really cool.
That is cool. There was I was thinking like you know how all the turtles are named after like famous artists and stuff like Michelangelo. Leonardo. I was thinking like we need like a new generation of like turtles with like new names. We need like
Banksy.
We need Banksy.
Banksy can be the red turtle.
Banksy.
We have to find out who he is first. We can do this like new League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
They know who Banksy is though. People know who Banksy is.
An asshole.
That's it. He's some random British dude though.
He could be the Shredder because they shredded his art.
Oh yeah.
Except he doesn't.
Banksy's the bad guy.
He doesn't have like the Katsudugu claws or whatever they are. They're just like spray cans of like spray paint. So he just sprays people's faces and permanently poisons them with like asbestos.
Banksy's the bad guy, and he's fighting against the new turtles like Picasso. Who's the guy that did the Gothic one? You
stop doing that.
Let's compromise.
Look how little my audio looks compared to yours.
Okay, fine. Is it because my voice is like louder?
Maybe it's because you're leaning right into it and like licking the mic.
Oh, so you want to just not lean in at all?
No,
so
like you do this and you back up a bit, and then we do like a pincer attack. You know, I'm sitting this far away. This is fine.
Okay.
Now I'm really kicking the table. I have to stop.
Yeah, dude.
I need like you ever seen like the Pirates movies when they do the cufflinks on cufflinks? They dress up for a fancy dinner party.
One second. My father gave me these cufflinks.
In the day of my daughter's wedding, Jack Sparrow, you come to me looking for your compass that can lead to anything. I actually enjoy those movies a lot. But who would win? Casey Jones versus Sportsmaster. Stop fucking coughing.
That's what I get for laughing
fucking
at your...
rude.
That's what I get for laughing at your stupid fucking...
I'm so goddamn funny, I almost killed you.
Pirates, Godfather, fucking...
There's this character from My Hero Academia, her name is Joke, and she has the ability to make anybody laugh violently.
Is that the manga? She's not in the anime.
In the new season. The most recent season.
I've seen all of it.
I'm so certain.
No.
Joke?
I might have missed her if she's like
it's the trials. Character. It's the big tournament. You're missing something. Oh, wait. You watched
Oh, her?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that was her power.
But
she's the...
She wants to date Aizawa.
Yeah. And she's the teacher of like the other school.
So you've watched all of it?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, cool.
I just didn't. I didn't know what her power was.
Did you watch it all on Hulu, or did you do it illegally?
I watched it all on Hulu until a certain point,
and then
I bought each episode individually on iTunes. I'm a good person. You know what's annoying though is that
no one goes on iTunes anymore.
I know. I was watching it on Hulu because they had the English dub, But it was super fucking annoying because there were ads like every 10 seconds.
It was like 5 minutes an ad.
It was like 90 seconds at the beginning, only the intro song, another 90-second ad break, and then 10 minutes of show, 90-second ad break, 10 minutes of show, 90-second ad break,
10 minutes of the big
and
show
then
from WWE.
maybe it's something. Maybe there's a little bit of show left at the end of that ad break, or it's just the credits. And
they
fuck
really
you,
don't
you
work
just watch
well
that.
with the thing because you might miss that last pivotal line.
Yeah. Like anime works terribly with Hulu's ads because when I try to watch Naruto on Hulu, because it's like one of the only places that I have that streams the English dub, it's so fucking annoying, and especially for a kind of like fillery, slow-paced anime like Naruto, it's almost unbearable.
What?
Like to watch like just even try to get through like 20 minutes of content that's already kind of like monotonous and kind of like padded out. You know,
My
what
Hero's
I mean?
not like that.
Not My Hero. My Hero's good about it because My Hero's like very like
a thrill a minute,
deliberate. Yeah, I love it. But like for older stuff like Naruto and like DBZ,
dude,
bad.
people have it says a lot when people have created watch guides. For your anime.
Which episodes do you skip? That's what I did.
How many they skip? Like 62 through 105. You don't have to watch any of that.
Exactly. Like when
when
I was watching the original Naruto series, I watched it all except for I used the watch guide to skip all the filler episodes. And what that means basically is that it's not that those episodes aren't like important or good. It's just that they don't follow the manga.
They drag.
Yeah, so they're like not canon. It's basically like the Game of Thrones situation where they don't use any book material.
It's
so like, they go off of like their own shit.
Like they'll cut the episode where Kakashi Sensei reveals what his face looks like. Not
is that a real thing?
No, the one where they're trying to think of, like in the original Naruto when Sakura, Sasuke. And I get those.
They're trying to get his bells.
No, they're trying to figure out what he looks like under the mask, and they're like theorizing, like, does he have a big ugly nose? Does he have an ugly chin or something? What's he hiding? Yeah. And he's not really hiding anything. He's just a handsome guy.
Yeah.
I don't know if they reveal that in that episode, but it just follows them like tracking him while he reads his romantic comedy novel.
Kakashi face. I actually haven't.
You spelled that terribly.
Okay, it just looks like him.
Yeah, he's just a handsome guy.
He's just a dude. Kakashi face reveal.
What does he have in his eye? He's got like ramen or something?
It's a Sharingan.
Oh, gotcha. He's got a tattoo?
No, this is when he does the Anbu Black Ops missions, he puts on the face paint.
Why?
It's part of the thing.
He looks like David Bowie. What the hell? Ew! What is that noise? He's got a mole.
Oh, I guess he was in disguise. That's why.
He changed his voice?
This is the Japanese.
No shit.
No,
Thanks for the tip.
This is actually the French. He looks totally normal, yeah. I don't know why I thought he like had really bad like acne or
I mean,
something.
he may be handsome, but keep that mask on, Kakashi. I don't know how to look at you otherwise.
He's too hot, or else like everyone would get like really distracted by how like attractive.
I almost said Mother Talzin, but that's not the name of the fourth Hokage. It's the lady who doesn't like
Lady
blood.
Tsunade.
Who doesn't like blood. She was a nurse and she saw somebody die.
Oh yeah,
or
and she doesn't like blood. Yeah,
and then the guy who looks like Voldemort, he's just like, "Oh, so I realized that you don't like blood." And then he just cuts himself.
Orochimaru.
Orochimaru.
Dude, Naruto has honestly like really good lore and like world building. That's why I fucking stick with the show even through like garbage. But
this is like the level of I watched every Hobbit movie and I also watched every documentary that was attached to each of the DVDs.
Really?
That's how terrible both of these things are.
I didn't give a shit about the Hobbit. Like
nobody did. Except for me.
Like, I mean, I don't like that much. I don't like Lord of the Rings that much to begin with.
It was just another moment I could have where more of the lore.
Yeah. Okay. I just never found Lord of the Rings lore to be particularly more engaging. I think I could rewatch it and maybe I'll like it more.
Just the vastness, especially my favorite parts of any of the movies are the Mines of Moria. Because it's just so pivotally like D&D dungeon crawling, and it's just like deep down in the dark and these vaulted ceilinged areas and the goblins, you can hear them coming. It's a little bit of horror too.
Yeah. I watched a clip of that and it looked the effects work looked really good
because it's a miniature.
Yeah, and especially compared to like the newer stuff,
it's garbage.
Yeah, it was this video on is CG like getting worse, and you can especially see that. You know, in a more recent example, Iron Man is like Iron Man 1. Iron Man looks phenomenal still. Like he looks like really, really real. But especially the new nanosuit stuff. I know it's supposed to maybe like look
lazy.
different because it's a different
We've
material.
gone over this a lot, but yeah, not a fan.
But
remember when we crushed Yaman's spirit by like talking about how much it sucked, and he disagreed for a while, and then he was like, you know what? After watching it, yeah, I guess it kind of does suck.
You know what's surprising to me though is that Yaman likes all the Iron Man movies in ascending order. He likes Iron Man 1.
His reasoning for that I thought was really, really weird. Where he was just like, he talked about how Iron Man 3 was the most pivotal Iron Man because he's great even without the suit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's throwing fucking light bulbs at people. I want to see Iron Man do stuff.
I mean, like, no, I liked that part of Iron Man 3 where he like is thinking through the problems.
I liked his anxiety moments because it was very human. Mm-hmm. And Robert Downey Jr. is great and everything, so he just lends himself completely to the role.
Yeah, you know, I really liked. Obviously, Iron Man 1 is fantastic. Mm-hmm. I think people give Iron Man 2 and 3, especially 3, like way too much shit. I like them all. I don't think Iron Man 2 is like particularly bad. There's nothing.
I love that movie. That's one of my favorites.
There's nothing in Iron Man 2 that's like offensively bad that I think is warrants it being like listed near the bottom of all the Marvel movies. Like Whiplash isn't
Mickey
that.
Rourke is okay in that movie. I don't
he's just
understand
okay. Like he's not. Like, people make fun of the accent, like, I want my bird, but I think that's, like, kind of funny.
I thought it was a great accent. I mean,
normally it's a great accent, but, like, it's a funny moment, obviously. That moment's meant to be, like, comedic, but people are like, oh, this is so cringy and bad. Iron Man 2 is the worst.
Yeah. Mickey Rourke's a really creepy person in real life. There's this Graham Norton interview where he's super drunk, and he's, like creeping on this other female actress who's on the couch with him.
See, now that we are in front of a computer, I can just pull up sound bites to play.
Yeah,
at any
don't
moment.
play them.
I will.
Hey. Yes. I want my board.
Who plays Armie Hammer in this?
It's
because I love him.
It's a great Sam Rockwell.
He's pretty great.
He's
I
great.
like him a lot.
I love Sam Rockwell.
He is probably the best part of these movies. Not these movies. The Iron Man 3.
I want my board.
Besides Iron Man.
I want my bird.
Stop playing it.
I want my board.
I want my surfboard.
This is not my board.
I like the part in Iron Man 2 where he's on the racetrack and he does one of these.
Yeah.
For anybody who wasn't able to see that,
Patrick
I did a bit of a jump rope maneuver.
It'd be funny if that's all. He like just wanted the space to try doing some jump rope and just show everyone how good he is at electric jump rope.
I don't remember which Funhouse.
He's not trying to hurt anyone.
I don't remember which Funhouse video it was, but they were playing some game and they happened to be talking about Iron Man 2, and James Bond did exactly what I just did, where he was just like, "I like the part," and then he just gets up and he goes the flips.
What were we talking about before all that?
I don't know, but FX would play Iron Man 2 like every other day.
Oh yeah.
And my favorite, even if I was like, I had to leave to go take like an SOL or something, I would stop and watch him put on the suit from the suitcase.
Oh, it's the best.
Just so
one of
cool.
the best suit ups. I think.
Are we gonna decide who would win?
Oh, between Sportsmaster and Casey Jones. I honestly don't know enough about either of them. I'm gonna go with Casey Jones because I feel like he can call in the Turtles to help out.
No, that's not how this works.
Okay.
I'm using the template that Mr. Sunday does, where it's just an American football field, nothing in it. Everything you might find in an American football field, maybe the stands, and if you might go into the locker room, there might be showers and stuff. But it's just standard 100 yards, and they're standing on either end, and for some reason, even if their character, motivation wouldn't include killing someone, they are motivated to kill each other.
I mean, like, so they're just like in an open field.
Yeah, they have everything they might have on, when they're doing their job.
Okay. I mean, let me look up a picture of Sportsmaster.
And Casey Jones. He's got the hockey mask. He's got that big, what's it called when they throw the ball?
Toss? A pass?
No, the big heavy ball that they spin around and then they toss.
Javelining? No, it's
Ring toss.
It's fucking. I know. Oh, discus?
No,
it's fucking
disc. I said ball like 3 times.
It's like the Olympic event, right?
Look it up. Ball throw.
It's Olympic event, like ball.
Olympic ball throwing.
There's someone who does this on a high school team right now that's like throwing, like yelling at us. Shot put.
Shot put. That's a stupid
shot
name.
Put. That's what. Yeah, that is a dumb name. I don't feel bad about not knowing that.
Sportsmaster. His name is Lawrence Crusher Croc. I thought that said Crusher Cock.
It's a pretty alpha name, honestly. Should we go to the Wikipedia or the DC? I'm gonna go to the DC database.
Lawrence Crusher Kroc is the sports master, a criminal who commits crimes using sports equipment, a former star athlete who is banned from playing
professionally for cheating.
Kroc adopted a mask and instead of choosing a life of crime, chose a life of crime where he would never have to play fair ever again. What a fucking 2-year-old. Kroc was killed by the Human Flame.
After Final Crisis.
Not the Human Torch, mind you. The Human Flame. The DC version, which is obviously superior.
Not related at all.
Look at this weirdo. He's so schlubby.
Super weird. He looks like a fucking, like...
He looks like the guy who stole Woody in Toy Story 2.
He looks like an incel. His death is a retcon with the...
No, it's a brain cell.
He's part of the Injustice Society.
The Incel Society.
There we go. Sportsmaster versus...
Casey Jones.
Casey Jones is such a cool guy, though.
He is pretty cool. He's like, hey, let me tell you something.
Casey Jones, American railroad engineer. Jonathan Luther
would
Casey
win
Jones
in a fight between these two men. Casey Jones, TMNT. Wiki. There we go. Casey Jones, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Who plays him in the movie?
Arnold Bernard Casey, as in his nickname is Casey. I don't know where you get that from Arnold and Bernard. Arnold Bernard Casey Jones is a fictional character for blah, 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 blah. His weapons includes various sports equipment, such as baseball bats, ice hockey sticks, golf clubs, cricket bats, tennis rackets. He becomes a love interest of April O'Neil, the reporter.
I know the rules are open football field and, like, see what happens, but put both these dudes in, like, a sports authority.
They might
see what fucking happens.
You mean like a Dick's Sporting Goods?
Yeah, see what fucking happens.
How do you make it equal, though? Because you're going to put one on one end where it's
depends
just like,
what department they start in. Like, when someone starts in, like, apparel and someone starts in, like,
if you start Casey,
balls,
like, near the free weights and the baseball bats are on the other end, he's at a disadvantage. So how do you do this fairly?
Start them both at the
blindfolded.
Battle Royale. Drop them both into the front
just
door entrance.
A converted mall where every store is Sporting Goods.
You have REI, Dick's Sporting Goods, Sports Authority on like a rotation,
and one like wild card where it's like a pool equipment room or something.
It's like a Walmart, and like God. They have like other stuff.
Spoons.
They have like a sports department.
Half-price microwaves.
This is a party city.
But where does it say his origins are? When Jones was young, his father, Arnold Casey Jones Jr., owned an auto shop. A group of Purple Dragon, the Purple Dragon, burned the shop down, killed his father, and took his mother and his sister hostage. The badly beaten Casey refused to lie down and take Hun's blows. He attacked Hun with a knife, stabbing him in the neck. Jesus! Nice. Enraged, Hun had beaten him to within an inch of his life. It seemed that this traumatic event resulted in several mental and emotional disorders when a reflection of Hun's appears in Casey's eyes, explaining his often violent and erratic behavior. Oh, so he's got PTSD.
So he doesn't have a superpower. He's just crazy. He just has mental illness.
He's just broken as a person.
Yeah.
New York City, where Jones is from, was overrun by criminals. Enticed by examples from TV, Casey decided to do something about the crime in the streets. After equipping himself with a hockey mask and various sports clubs, he began a vigilante campaign. He started his career with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when he ran into Raphael beating up a pair of muggers. Oh yeah, that's when he had the trench coat and the hat. And when Raphael let them go, Casey proceeded to finish them off sexually. But was stopped by Raphael. No, bro, you can't do that. The two clash, but eventually help each other, take down additional muggers, and then appear after their fight.
I'm gonna say I think Casey Jones would win.
Why?
What's
his size?
He is there's got to be like a database somewhere.
Casey Jones verse.
Oh God, the Nickelodeon version looks awful.
He looks like a kid. He's 5'8".
That's not very tall at all.
He's age 17.
Wait, hang on.
Josh Peck.
No way.
He's a Viner.
Holy shit.
Look at fucking
the
Bebop.
Nickelodeon version is... That's so weird. Turtlepedia. There's so many different wikis for different versions of the Turtles.
Scroll down. Scroll down further. Keep scrolling down.
There's the comic character versions, the TV character, the film character.
There's a game version. But yeah, I'm going to say that Sportsmaster would win.
Why do you think Sportsmaster would
Because
win?
he seems more militaristic, and Casey Jones just sounds like a guy who was good at sports and then picked up a bunch of stuff from Dick's Sporting Goods and started kicking the shit out of people.
That's fair. Look
at him, he's jacked, though.
I wanted to say Casey because he has the heart, you know?
He's scrappier.
See, here he's 6'1" and 190 pounds in the 2003 animated series.
6'1" and 190.
That's pretty good.
What about Sportsmaster?
He's,
the classic DC thing where he's black hair, blue eyes, 200 pounds, 6'4".
Orange Crook. Do we want to do New Earth or Prime Earth?
1985 to 2011.
This is 2011 to present.
Look how lame he looks. He's on a fucking moped.
No, it's a Segway.
Whatever.
He's also not wearing any shoes.
What a loser.
Nasty. Oh, they're both based in Brooklyn, actually. It does not have his height or any like bodily stats. You know, that's what I like about Marvel is that they have a detailed like stats page for all their heroes. So, like, for example, if I did look up, let's say the Prowler, to like get someone like a mildly more obscure.
Maybe if you spelled it right too.
There we go. You can just go to the marvelfucking.com character page. Bam. Character bio. Gender. Universe.
Nothing about his height or weight.
This is biography. Nothing about his height or weight.
That was great.
Usually they do power level, though.
Power level?
Yeah. Like, Marvel. Let's do Thor. Let's do basic Thor. Thank you. Earth 616 Thor. Thor Odinson. Nope, this is the wiki.
Anyway.
I'm determined to... Here, see? Look at that. Look at this graph.
Why is your speed 7?
I think it's out of 7.
Yeah, speed 7, as in, like, he's got full speed.
I think, like...
The son of Odin uses his mighty abilities as the god of thunder to protect his home Asgard and planet Earth alike. Maybe it's because DC sucks so much so often.
Yeah. So, 7th strength, 7th speed. He is a 2 for intelligence.
He's 6'6". 640 pounds?
That's...
ridiculous.
He's a dense man.
He's got a bunch of refrigerators
but
on his
when
back.
he's Donald Blake, he's 150 pounds and 5'9".
He's never Donald Blake anymore.
Yeah, they don't do... Like,
No,
the
they
movies
don't.
never even
They
bothered
got a
to
reference
do
to
that.
it in Ragnarok when he slams the umbrella down.
When does that happen?
Well, Donald Blake... And also they reference it in the original Thor movie when Thor gets drunk and he tries to go back and grab the hammer for the second time.
Yeah.
Stefan Skarsgård or whatever, the old guy...
Yeah.
Because it's like, this is my friend Donald Blake. He's a little freaked out, and I'll take him away. Bye. And that's a reference to in the comics. I think in the 90s, when Thor came to Earth, he disguised himself as Dr. Donald Blake or whatever.
Yeah.
And to turn into Thor, he would push his cane down or his umbrella, and it would turn into Mjolnir, and then he would become him. But if he was separated from Mjolnir for I think a minute, he would turn back into Donald Blake.
Yeah, so it was like a power-up
Alter ego,
situation. Yeah, that's weird.
I think that was around when he became Thunderstrike.
There's an on-screen profile.
Whoa.
They don't give
Yeah, there he is.
They don't really give him stats though.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this to Sportsmaster.
That's fair. I'll let you have that one.
I also have another one.
What is it?
Spider Pig versus Rocket Raccoon.
Oh, that's easy. Rocket Raccoon. Not even... Spider Pig is like
and also
a joke character.
In the movies, I'm not counting the movies, I'm counting comic books. In the comic books, he doesn't have the ability to pull frying pans out of nowhere and hit people. He's just Spider Pig.
Well, they're in a football field. Mm-hmm. Rocket Raccoon has weapons out the ass.
I'm going to say he has his typical, that thing that extends from Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
Yeah.
The taser gun or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, Spider Pig doesn't even have anything to swing on.
He's got the big light post in the football field. This is an outdoor football field, bro. I'm thinking like high school.
Okay, I was thinking just like a field of grass. I'm not thinking stadium.
No, there's all the amenities. There's got to be. This is like a fighting stage in. Like,
so what does he go to the? Does he go to the hot dog stand and like get some
commit cannibalism instead of fight?
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking he thwips up into the lighting post and then gets a better advantage, and it's an actual fight rather than Rocket just blowing his head off.
How much of a warrior is Spider Pig? Like
he's exactly as good at being Spider-Man as Spider-Man.
Really? Mm-hmm. Then, yeah, I would give it to him. But like, to me, Spider Pig is just like a joke character, honestly.
You're a joke.
Like, I don't think this dude looks like a fucking badass. Look at that. Whew. This one
what
looks
the
a little
fuck?
Demonic. Of hyper realistic Spider Pig. My name is Miles Morhamis. I'm the ultimate Spider Ham, and I'm here to save the universe. Bless you. That's hilarious. Peter Porker, Earth 8311.
Who would win in a fight? Who are you giving this to?
I'm giving it to Peter Porker, Spider Ham, Spider Pig, whatever.
Agreed.
Whatever.
Who would win in a fight between Oh, I had this earlier. Kylo Ren and Anakin Skywalker in his prime.
Oh, Anakin Skywalker easily.
Why do you think that?
Anakin Skywalker is already one of the best Jedi ever in existence.
And he killed like 10,000 of them.
Yeah, and Kylo Ren is powerful, but he's not like. He doesn't have like technique. He's just angry all the time and has like raw energy. Whereas Anakin has that.
His technique. We saw him kill all those red guards.
I mean, he has it. Well, I don't know.
And he's crafty as hell.
I think Anakin's still way more powerful, easily. Like Anakin's been formally trained.
So was he.
Not really. He was
but the red guards.
I think Kylo Ren is still too impulsive. Kylo Ren is too impulsive. Anakin is easily the best.
I think Anakin's a bitch.
Kylo Ren is a bitch too.
I think they make it. They do so much pickup work trying to make Darth Vader seem menacing. But if you go back and watch that original movie where he's just like, he looks like a floating trash can.
I definitely think Anakin is still like number one. Anakin like wipes out so many people.
He got killed by Obi-Wan.
He killed the entire Separatist Legion and like
Obi-Wan cut him in half with a lightsaber.
Well, that's because he was emotional.
Killed the entire Separatist Legion.
Separatist like leaders.
He killed a room.
He killed a room full of
old
aliens, old rich
and,
aliens.
3 of the dumbest droids in the world.
He's like, no, please.
The war is over. The racist ass fucking voice that George Lucas decided everyone should have.
What is that? Revenge of the Sith, the war is over.
Trade and negotiations.
I love that clip.
I am Newt Gunray. The war is over.
I'm very bad at typing when there's a fucking microphone in the way.
Yeah, that's the reason.
Revenge.
You're really struggling. I like how nothing has changed.
Wow, okay, it's really just not giving me that,
Anakin
moment.
kills separatists.
Don't mind the keyboard. Anakin kills separatists. There we go. Thank you.
I'm so much better at YouTube than you. There you go. On Mustafar, this one.
This one's 4 minutes, though.
Yeah, shut up, though.
I don't want to... Oh, how about this one?
Click it.
Oh, dude,
I don't know why we're watching this. Mute it.
Mute it?
Yeah, why this is copyrighted.
I don't think podcasts can get copywritten strict.
You want to fucking try?
I've literally never heard of it happening.
Okay.
But I mean, like, as long as we're not too blatant about it, I'm not going to upload.
I always love the design of the Jedi ships. They look like arrowheads. Sure. And R2 is just along for the ride.
The designs in the prequel series are so goddamn good.
R2 has not protested one bit.
Yeah.
He's just doing whatever.
He's like, I'm totally on board for this.
What are these, like, creatures? R2, stick around and watch the ship.
He's like, oh, no.
Let's stop watching this. This is boring.
Oh, hang on. I just want to get to this part. What are you doing?
I'm trying to move ahead.
Hang on. Look at these two little like guards on the side too.
This is so terrible for an audio podcast. Oh my god, you're really just dragging this out.
The school shooter closes the doors.
Dude.
Oh, he's just wiping them out. Rip.
Look at all the skill he's displaying, killing these old feeble men.
He's so talented.
I'd love to know at what point we see him do anything incredible with a lightsaber.
He's real mad.
This is my least favorite part. I don't like that in pause this.
Lord Sidious,
exit out and let's never watch it again. In like aliens in movies and TV show or like creatures, they'll talk totally normally or with an accent or whatever. Yeah. And then when they get killed, they go like and they have this weird screeching noise. It's like, did you what?
I have this list of topics that we've not even touched on.
That's good. This will be a long one. Where do you want to start with this?
Let's start
Game of Thrones. Get this out of the way.
Let's start with Game of Thrones.
Okay. I hated it a lot.
It was real lame.
Fun to look at.
Really lame. Basically, they rushed. They had an idea of where they wanted to go, and they just beelined
fell down
there.
A flight of stairs.
They just like tossed the ball. Like, let's just get there. Doesn't matter how we get there. Daenerys kills innocent people now. Yeah, why not?
And also, I didn't understand why she did it.
Yeah, doesn't make
if
any
she's
sense.
angry at Cersei, kill her.
Exactly. That's literally all I could think. It was like,
this is spoilers for Game of Thrones.
Yeah, spoilers Game of Thrones, not that, whatever.
You're not missing out.
Fucking, anyways, I thought she was gonna fly to the Red Keep and like just knock Cersei's tower down and just fuck her up. What are you doing?
I'm trying to make this even. But, whatever.
And but that's not what happened. She was like, you know what? You know what's gonna make me happy? I'm gonna burn every innocent person alive.
She has 360 degrees of motion.
Yep.
And fire breath.
Yep. She just. I would have.
Did you like that ending for the Hound in the Mountain?
I thought it was cool. That was the least of my problems.
Yeah.
There's so much other shit happening. If she had killed innocent people in the process of like destroying the Lannister army, I would have been like, okay, yeah, like, you know, casualties of war, I understand. But no, they surrendered very quickly.
She was aiming at people holding babies.
Aiming at like children and just being like, fuck you. And I was like, oh, she's evil now for no reason.
It was like, I could see that happening like over the last few episodes, I guess, where she's just becoming more and more brutal and like
yeah, but vicious. She's only becoming brutal because
so quickly though.
So quickly, just because like, okay, yeah, Cersei killed Missandei, but like take it out on Cersei. Don't take it out on like the random innocent people.
Yeah.
But, like, also, she's basically just mad that no one likes her in Westeros. Like, she expects to just show up and like have this like warm reception.
I mean, they brought this up before a couple times. I don't know if it was Tyrion or somebody else, but she conquered like Pentos and Karth and Slaver's Bay and like all these places. They were perfectly fine kingdoms, and they were way fucking nicer to live. She had like 30 kingdoms, and then she was just like, "But I want the one with the chair because my crazy dad said so." Okay, what?
So stupid. Yeah, I mean, yeah, she has this like hell bent on destiny thing about her, which like, okay, you know, people aren't always rational all the time, but then
they are.
They just kind of threw everything out the window. So Dany's character assassination, both literally Jon killing her and then the writers also killing her just terribly. And then so Jon kills her after a quick chat with Tyrion being like, hey, you saw what I saw. You know what you gotta do.
Then for some reason, I mean, nobody can hear them in this room, really. And Tyrion is like, you gotta kill her. And then Jon has this moment of just like introspection, and he's just like, I don't know. And then he gets up and he's just like, nope, she's your queen too. And just tell him that you're gonna kill her. Just say that. Yeah. I mean, nobody else can hear you. Tyrion isn't gonna rat on you.
I mean, I think like he thought about it and was like, fuck it.
While
he's like, fuck, I gotta do it. Yeah. I think like when he walks into the throne room and sees Dany there and she starts spieling on about, you know, this was worth it, and she is basically not sorry at all about killing innocent people.
No, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Completely
bonkers. Then Jon's like, oh yeah, now I'm just gonna make out with you, like only to stab you very quickly.
I wanted him to just like put one arm out and shove her away and then bring down the knife on her head, because he just made her really hurt. That was not cool.
The way, okay, so like this show has a lot of stabbing deaths, of course, over 8 seasons. But like the way Dany dies is like, seems like a very gentle stab. It's like a single, like...
It's an oxymoron, if I've ever...
I know, it's a gentle... What are you going to do? Gently stab me?
And then he stabbed me.
And then, it was just like a one-time thing, and then she was like, dead immediately. She was like, oh no.
I get that you're not allowed to fucking stab Emilia Clarke in the head. Because it's unceremonious, and that's not how she gets to die, or whatever.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's Game of Thrones. Maybe, who cares?
I mean, at least he could have, like, emphasized, like, really digging it in there, and just being like... you're dead, you know? But, like, instead it was just, like, a poke.
You wanted Jon Snow to twist the knife into the love of his life?
Pull it out and put it back in.
What the hell is wrong with you? You're worse than the writers.
Anyway.
And then Dany, she falls down, and Jon starts peeling off her skin with his knife.
And then he pushes her down the stairs.
We don't want her to suffer, all right? So really just dig the knife right into her liver. You're insane. You're the worst.
But so she fucking dies, and then Drogon, I thought was gonna roast his ass.
Should have.
But then you send me this funny meme that I saw earlier.
Oh yeah.
Woke Drogon.
Woke on. You're really struggling to find it. I think you moved past it.
No, I didn't. It's like kind of old. Is it old?
Not really.
Robert Pattinson.
It's way after that. Go up. Look, bro, come on.
Oh, there it is. Oh boy,
I'll play John. You can play. Oh no. What do you want to play? I'll play Drogon. You can play John.
You play Drogon.
Oh boy, this is a mess.
Sorry, Drogon. I didn't want it to go. I didn't want it. Go ahead and burn me now. Hey, you missed.
No, John. It was power that killed my mother. A structural and pervasive system of coercion under which you and I are merely actors. Why would I burn you? By melting the throne, I have signaled my rejection of a discourse in violence and hubris. In this way, I have fulfilled my mother's dream of breaking the wheel, as it were, interpreted by the Foucauldian sense, and reducing the iron to liquid. I gesture to a symbiotic fluid that I argue functions in the praxis of her speech act, Dracarys, which... It's a very, like... It was like... The joke is just he became somehow like wise and intelligent in the span of like 10 minutes.
Exactly. But yeah, that sucked. And then the whole previous episodes, the bells where she kills innocent people, whatever. And then the final episode where the final part of the final episode where everyone's just sitting around deciding like, okay, who's gonna be the king? And Grey Worm, yeah, and then Grey Worm, they have Jon and Tyrion imprisoned, and like Grey Worm hasn't killed them for some reason.
Why didn't he do that immediately?
Which seems like something Grey Worm would do like immediately. And also the fact that like Dracarys leaves with Dany's body, and Jon is left there.
Mm-hmm.
He could have pretty easily left, I feel like, but he was their prisoner, which makes me believe that Jon told them. Or something.
Yeah, that sounds like a stupid John.
It was like a weird thing where like
something John would do.
Like there was like no evidence of like Dany's death. Like he could have just said, "Hey, Dracarys like flew away with Dany. Does anyone know?" Like, or Drogon, whatever. Drogon flew away with Dany. Like, does anyone know what that's about? And everyone's like, I don't know. But John's also terrible. John's also a terrible liar. So like,
John,
whatever.
Why are you missing your knife?
Exactly.
Well, you see, Drogon wanted to keep it.
You see, Drogon stabbed Dany, guys. We gotta go get him. He flew away.
He assassinated her.
I was right there. I saw it all.
He disarmed me in a duel.
And then
it's really hot in here.
I know. I gotta tell my dad to.
I radiate heat, and so do you.
Well, it's because I turned the. I'm gonna ask him what's the AC at.
You have a ceiling fan.
Well, I leave it off when we record because I don't want it to make noise.
Like we're not making enough noise.
Well, background noise, you know what I mean?
No.
Shut up. I work for a podcast. You don't. I'm a professional. And then they're all sitting around, all the lords and ladies of Westeros, which...
It's so weird.
Which, by the way, great to see everyone that we haven't seen in a while. Titty Milk Kid, John Aaron, doing great, apparently. He's looking good. There's so much protein in that titty milk.
Oh.
That's at 71. Is 71 high?
I don't know. 70 degrees is like average.
Where's average?
My house is usually about 70 degrees. This is so stupid.
Average fruit.
I hate Bran so much.
What is Celsius? I don't know what that is. Oh, 71 degrees Fahrenheit. Fuck.
You have reading problems. Bran is probably my least favorite character in the series. I hated him from the very beginning.
You know what I don't understand is that they want to make Bran like Lord of Winterfell or something at some point, and then he's like, I don't want to be Lord of anything.
I don't want to do anything ever.
And then like they go down to King's Landing, and then Tyrion's like, Bran should be king. And Tyrion's like, Bran, are you okay with that? And Bran's like, what the fuck do you think I came down here for, man?
It was so stupid. It was just like, you're what?
It's like, this was Bran's play all along.
I'm a monk. I don't want any, but also
I'm down with this. But like also, to be honest, if I had to pick anyone,
it would be the hand of the king.
It would be Bran. Cannot be hand of the king. Bran is not a doer. Bran is a thinker. And I think Bran is good as a king. I'm going to be real. Like, picking the person who knows literally everything.
Well, I mean, if he knows literally everything, I would sequester him with Samwell Tarly for a couple of years so he can write down all the important bits of history.
Oh, I'm sure he's going to do that.
Yeah, he literally he went to the small council meeting, and then he fucking left. Yeah. He was just like, bye.
He's like,
I'm going to go find a dragon.
He's like, y'all got this? Good, I'll see you later.
And they don't got this at all.
They don't.
They look so The whole thing turned into a fucking cartoon. It was ridiculous.
Then he gave Bronn. Is Bronn the master of
Coin?
Yeah.
And the master of the reach. So all of the food, which is, I guess, suited to Bronn's many talents of stabbing people.
He's great. And then fucking Sam brings Tyrion at that same meeting, like, hey, Tyrion, look at this book about everything that happened.
Song of Ice and Fire.
He's like, haha. And he's like, I hope they say good things about me. And he's like, actually, they don't say anything about you at all. And he's like, what?
No justice for Tyrion, I guess. Fuck Tyrion.
I was like, okay, whatever, sure. Then there's that weird scene where Tyrion's just adjusting the chairs for about a minute. I was
Every
like,
part
you're really
of
padding
this
this
fucking
out.
last episode was so fucking awkward.
And then
Brienne's there and says
the funniest
nothing.
thing. Well, there's the fucking where all the leaders are sitting around is so funny. It was like, one, there was a water bottle behind Samwell's leg.
Was there?
Yeah.
Did they just stop giving a shit?
Yeah, they stopped giving a shit. Let me see if I can find the picture real quick.
Oh my god.
But basically, like, the other funny thing about Sam is that he, like, basically invents democracy.
He wanted to.
And then everyone laughs at him.
It was just so awkward.
And I was like, oh, are they really going to go this route? Like, everyone's going to be, like...
This is your audio, and this is mine.
I even it out in the end. Shut up. I shouldn't have a second monitor, because now you can just point
It's
at
my
it.
microphone.
Fuck you. It's my pop filter. Here we go. Water bottle. Finale had another onset snafu. Plastic water bottles.
God damn it.
Here we go. Yes, see. Zooms in right there behind his leg.
Oh my god.
Right by his foot.
Are you kidding me? It's a fucking water bottle. This is pretty stupid.
It was like the coffee cup thing that happened earlier. I didn't actually notice the coffee cup.
Because I'm not looking for that.
I'm not looking for it either, but also, like, really shouldn't be there. Like, you're professionals. Like, come on.
You don't know what he's invented.
You don't know that Daenerys hasn't invented a coffee cup to keep
He
her
invented
shit
the
warm.
cure for grayscale, and then he was immediately like, multi-use plastics.
Yeah. And then they fucking... Everyone's, like, cool with Bran being king. And then Sansa's like, we're going to be independent.
Before that, even something even worse happened when the loser dude stood up and he was like, I've worked on statecraft these last many years. And it's just like, Sansa said, sit down. King woke
Sansa's just like, uncle, sit the fuck down.
It was like, that was kind of cool, but also, is this a serious show anymore?
Yeah.
Honestly,
that dude was like...
Friends. Obviously, fuck that guy. He's an idiot, but...
Yeah. But, like...
It was just awkward.
It was really awkward. And then Tyrion... No, then Sansa's like, the North is going to be independent. And then everyone
Nobody else says
like,
anything about it.
Can we do that?
Nobody mentions anything about that. They're just like, we can only have one other independent.
Yeah. It's like the one kid who, like, fucking gives, like, a different answer on the test, and the teacher's like, yeah, I'll give credit for that. And other kids are like, if I knew that I could fucking...
Just rewind for a second.
So, yeah, that whole thing was a lot. Then Jon goes back to the wall. I'm actually okay with that. He meets up with Tormund and his dog.
With that shit.
That's fine. Arya discovers America.
A land beyond the West is like, nobody's ever looked there before?
Yeah,
they just stopped at Westeros?
Ask fucking Bran.
I mean, they're just going to swing around and go to Japan at this point.
The Earth is... They're going to fall off the edge. The world is flat. So Sansa is Lady of Winterfell. Jon is the wall. Bran is the king. That's that. The end. Game of Thrones.
This whole season was garbage.
And Jaime and Cersei get killed by rocks. That's the most satisfying death ever.
Can't remember Tyrion's actor's name.
Peter Dinklage.
He had a really great performance where he was crying his eyes out.
When?
On his knees. Remember when he discovers their bodies?
Oh, yeah.
It was pretty great.
He was acting his ass off. And I was like, man, you're really too talented for this show at this point.
His whole thing where they bring him out of imprisonment, soon to be executed for plotting to, treason against the queen. Grey Worm's is like, but also you get to decide the fate of the entire kingdom. It's like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I don't know why. There was a lot of, you really just gotta let your mind go. And then Grey Worm is going to Narth or Karth? No, the island of Noth, where Missandei is from.
Yeah, her family.
Because in the books, their people are pacifists, so they're often abused by like slavers and like warmongers and stuff.
Okay,
because they'll never fight back. But there's poison butterflies and stuff there that defend them that the Na'vi are immune to, but that kill like foreign people. That's not even in the show. That's just a Song of Ice and Fire lore. So you can't even get that's all George.
I'm not mad. It's just like, what the fuck is going on?
I mean, it sounds more interesting. I think, than the other stuff.
This whole season and a lot of the 7th season were just so dumb.
Yeah.
Michael Jones on the most recent Off Topic podcast, I don't know if it's still the most recent one, he was talking about how season 7 was the beginning of fast travel and a lot of just like cutting corners and rapid movement. You really felt, because at that point you knew where the series would end. You knew that things would have to start happening, and that wasn't the case for season 6 or season 5, where it was just like, who knows when this is going to end or how it's going to end.
Yeah.
And it all just went awry. Season 7, season 8. Oh my god, it's so bad.
Like, HBO wanted to give them 10 full episodes, but they were, D&D
tired?
Were just like, no, we're good. Like, I think they just wanted to get it over with and move on to their Star Wars trilogy that they're making.
Are they what?
They're making a Star Wars trilogy. You don't know that?
So the third movie is just going to be like 20 minutes long? And
yeah. Progressively, each movie is going to get like way shorter, and like Lucasfilm's like, guys, we will give you the money. You can make it as long as you need to. I'm like, no, 20 minutes is good. 20
they
minutes
discover
is
that Emperor Palpatine's still alive, and they bring him out of the chamber where he was going to be executed, and they have him decide how everything's going to go.
It'll be like a digital short.
We're electing Jar Jar as the
It'll be like a digital short you can watch on YouTube. That's the end of their series. I'm going to rate this season 8 of Game of Thrones. I'll rate on a 4 out of 10. The series as a whole, I would rate an 8 out of 10. Because the first couple seasons are still so strong.
I don't count these 2 seasons. I can't. Season 7 had some good stuff.
It did.
It was way different than season 8.
I wasn't a hater of season 7. I really liked it. And I was willing to look past a lot of the rushing and stuff like that. But then season 8 was just a whole other beast. Season 8 was just like, yeah, we're done.
Season 7 started a lot of fast travel and started a lot of throwing people out of the way just in the nick of time. And
yeah. All that stuff.
And season 8 had the worst, version of that, which was the Battle of Winterfell, where a one-handed Jaime, who is exhausted, an exhausted Brienne, a lot of exhausted characters have been fighting, endless hordes of monsters for the last like an hour and a half. Yeah. And they're alive. Stupid.
It's fucking stupid. Like, really, so many more people should have died in that.
So many more people.
Like, Sam was
like
hugging.
There were no soldiers left. It looked like dead. All of them.
It looked like all the Dothraki died.
Everyone.
And then they were just back.
That moment, though.
Yeah.
That was
it was really cool. The way they filmed it, I was like, that's sick.
But things looking
that.
cool do not account for an amazing story.
And it doesn't make sense because they're all back in the last battle anyways. So it's like...
Also, I couldn't fucking see anything.
Yeah, that was dumb. Well, it's half because people's TVs aren't set up properly usually, and also like when you stream something, especially from HBO,
totally legally, always,
the compression, like to get it to you, is so shitty. That's why you'll usually see like little gray blocks when it's really dark. You ever notice that?
No.
It just looks like garbage. I'll see if I can look up.
Don't. Let's talk about literally anything else. Oh my god.
I want to prove you wrong.
Prove me wrong.
Yeah. Really bad compression artifacts.
This is gonna be so boring.
No, see?
Okay.
See, look at all the blurring. Oh, this isn't a good example. You need, like... See that? Look at all this.
Okay.
That's bad. Look at that. It's like, what is this bullshit? See, the squares here? Yeah.
I do see that.
It's really bad. That was basically what that night battle, the Night King.
Yeah, especially when the dragons would swirl around in the big smoke stuff. You don't need to show me examples of the show.
Is Game of Thrones too dark, or does your screen stuck?
Delete this tab.
Hang on, I just want to find... Never mind.
You can do this on your own time, you loser.
So yeah, Game of Thrones...
Sucked.
Not good.
Sucked bad. Also, the people who were talking about the petition...
Also stupid. You're stupid.
But, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic... So this is just
the
kind
internet
of an update.
hurt the director's feelings so much.
He said that they were...
Till 2020.
Yeah, they delayed the movie to 2020 to...
get it right.
Yeah, to get the VFX right. Because they fucked it up so badly the first time that Shazam Blu-ray will have 20 minutes of deleted and alternated scenes. Nice. Where's that dude?
Just go on Twitter.
I don't know what the dude's name is. Oh yeah, Robert Pattinson is gonna be Batman.
What are you looking for?
I was looking for the post about this. Actually, there's a few things in here I wanted to talk about, like namely.
How about we stick on the same subject we just talked about?
Okay, I'm gonna find the director's tweet, but basically, I just want to know why no one looked at. Oh hey Yaman, you're on Twitter. Funny, that's funny.
Yeah, you can do that if you're busy.
You can just do that. I'm gonna look up the director's name real quick.
Why are you all like butthurt about him not being here?
I'm not really that butthurt. I am slightly annoyed.
Why are you looking this up?
Because I need to know his name.
You
so
just look up Sonic Twitter director.
Well, this is him. There we go. Taking a little more time to make Sonic just right. Hashtag no VFX artists were harmed in the making of this movie.
And then there's a picture of Sonic, his Sonic arm with a glove, and then the checkpoint sign that says 2/14/20.
So it'll come out on Valentine's Day 2020. So,
do you think Amy's going to be in it? Because it's Valentine's Day?
If Amy was in it, it would be... I loved the Sonic cartoon, dude, as a kid. I loved that whole shit.
You mean the one where he goes like rolling around at the speed of sound? And then there's that episode where he's going too fast.
I'm going too fast. I can't stop.
He literally couldn't stop. That was a whole episode.
I love the Sonic anime, so...
That was on 4Kids.
Yeah, 4Kids. I love that shit. Saturday morning.
So was Kirby.
I love both of those.
Those are good shows.
Those are so good. So,
Are you looking forward to this? This is going to make so much fucking money, dude.
I'm looking forward to the new design.
Do you think this is a tactic? To make it look hideous and then...
No.
You don't know, though.
It definitely wasn't a tactic because, one, that's a gigantic waste of money. And two...
But it's developed all this, like, attention.
They would have gotten more attention if they just made Sonic look good. Instead of really bad.
No. No, they wouldn't have.
It's not... Every time someone's like, do you think that the company or whatever made this look shitty on purpose to make everyone mad?
Disregarding the theory or whatever, they definitely would have gotten less attention if it was a well-designed Sonic. Because that's not interesting.
Maybe.
That's not sexy.
But still, I definitely don't think it was unintentional.
Sure, but I'm saying they I think this is...
But it's like bad,
unintentionally a good move.
It's like bad attention. It's just people like roasting.
Attention is attention. People watch this for the memes. You know they will.
See, that's because like I will probably watch
Suicide Squad made its money.
Suicide Squad looked really promising.
The Emoji Movie made its money.
Suicide Squad looked good before it came out, and then it came out.
Suicide Squad looked like it included a Queen song. That's what it looked like.
Exactly. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, do you think it'll be any good?
I'm gonna see it. I don't like that Cyclops is in it because I think of him as a serious actor, and I don't want him to be in stupid shit like this.
Oh yeah, James Marsden.
He's fucking handsome.
Robert Pattinson is Batman.
Someone did a couple mock-ups where he looks like Batman, and it looks pretty good.
Listen, if you think Robert Pattinson is still his like old school like...
He hated Twilight.
Yeah.
So don't fucking dunk on him for being in Twilight.
He has been in so many great indie movies since then.
The Lighthouse is coming out.
Where he gives great performances. I have not seen any of those movies, so I honestly cannot personally attest, but I've heard they're great, and we'll take people's word for it. I've seen like clips and stuff.
I haven't seen any of it.
He seems like I know he's a great actor. I'm not concerned at all. This is like, people for some reason have it in their head that if they see this actor as like one thing, they see it as them for the rest of their life. Like when people were mad about Heath Ledger playing the Joker because they're like, oh, that's the dude from Brokeback Mountain. That we don't want gay guys. We Joker.
Don't want no queer.
Exactly. So they were mad about that. They were mad about Ben Affleck as Batman.
I hated him as Batman.
Ben Affleck as Batman is the least of our concerns. My issue with Ben Affleck is that he seems so sad all the time.
He also just looks like swollen.
Yeah.
He looks like it would be uncomfortable for him to move at all.
He looks like if you put a needle in him, he'll like deflate.
Like,
yeah.
He just start leaking Jack Daniels.
Exactly. So I think
he's
getting
help now though. He went to like
I hope he gets help, honestly, because he's a talented actor and director. So I'm sure
Live
this will
by
be
night,
fine.
man.
Can we please talk about Live by Night? But this is for the
He looks great.
He looks great.
He doesn't look like Edward from Twilight.
He doesn't. It's apparently he's still in negotiation, so it's not locked down entirely.
That's the other actor from Lighthouse.
Willem Dafoe in his new film, The Lighthouse. Oh yeah. So it's The Batman, directed by Matt Reeves, who did all of the War of the Planet of the Apes movies.
Oh,
all of those which are really, really
good. The last
good.
one sucked.
I liked actually
the monkey Auschwitz.
The ending I didn't really like. Yeah, that was bad. Then Woody Harrelson was just like, "I hate you, monkeys."
And then he got crazy.
Yeah.
He was like,
and then also like the main Caesar or whatever, the main monkey, like walked like 200 miles with like a fatal wound and then just died.
Yeah.
That didn't make any sense.
He survived on willpower. And
Yeah.
then it's just like Padme. He lost the will to live.
And he's good. He's like, I did my job. I'm out.
I'm afraid in your anger you killed her because you lost the will to live.
He's going from sex symbol to bat symbol. Sources tell Variety that Robert Pattinson is in negotiations to play the Batman in Matt Reeves' forthcoming superhero film, which hits theaters June 25th, 2021. That's in more than... That's
Can you
2
imagine
years,
a good
22
Batman movie
years.
coming out?
I think this one will be good.
I hope it is.
Matt Reeves is a great director. I just want to know how is it going to tie into this DC universe thing they're doing.
I hope not at all. I hope they trash literally everything about it.
See, the thing is that they can't, because the good parts of the DC universe are tied in with like the bad parts. Wonder Woman,
What are the good parts?
Wonder Woman, and Shazam. And
Shazam, please.
Aquaman, arguably, Aquaman made a fuck ton of money, and
Sure
it has
did.
its audience. So Aquaman, I'm gonna put on the good
All
side.
of these movies have made a fuck ton of money.
Batman vs Superman and Justice League did not make a lot of money.
Well, they made more than their budget.
I don't know that they did.
Yes, they did.
Batman vs Superman,
Yes, it did.
it didn't make as much as it should have.
80. Jesus.
Justice League made less than Batman vs Superman.
That's not surprising.
The first Justice League movie ever, and it
Well, it's coming off the back of a movie that sucked.
yeah. Wonder Woman, 821 million. That's
well
crazy.
deserved.
Well deserved.
Man of Steel, 668 million.
Well, it was the first of its kind. That I'm okay with.
Mm.
But Aquaman is the only one of the movies that has made over $1 billion. Can you believe that? Aquaman is the most successful out of all of these movies.
I have no interest in seeing it.
It is wild, but like
I just watched that scene over and over where Aquaman kicks the shit out of Black Manta and his dad.
look at that, $1.1 billion. Aquaman. If you told me the first DC hero to get over $1 billion would be Aquaman, I would laugh in your face.
Like, yeah, I told you. Except he's not really Aquaman anymore. He's Jason Momoa.
Like, that's all you need. Who gives a shit? Robert Downey
What?
Jr. is Iron Man / Robert Downey Jr. It's all one and the same. Infinity War made $2 billion though, so good for them.
No, with Robert Downey Jr., he was very much like Tony Stark. He had a past with substance abuse, and
Yeah.
he played like a sort of a conniving, jokester character who was a very self-obsessed and sort of just a devil may care. And Aquaman is this very regal sort of Thor character in the comics for a long time.
Yeah. But anyway, point being is that you can't get rid of Aquaman and Wonder Woman and even Shazam because that's all tied into Superman, Batman, Justice League stuff.
Who's cooler, Aquaman or Thor? Who wins in a fight?
Thor, easily. Electricity is conducted through water. He will literally fry him like a fish.
But he's got the trident, which also shoots lightning.
Does the Trident shoot lightning?
Yeah, in the comics.
Well, he can kill all of his like fish friends.
He's not on he's in the football field.
I think Thor. But then he doesn't even have water to like help out. Thor easily wins.
No, from the sewer pipes or something.
Thor easily wins. Easily. Electricity. Pokemon logic. Electricity is super effective against water. Pokemon is real life.
He fell from the sky and then through a fucking hospital in Justice League.
Thor also does stuff like that.
What does
Thor
he
is
do in
fun.
Justice League that's pretty significant?
My man.
He does do that. He dressed like a bat. I dig it. That's his superpower.
He drinks Jack Daniels, throws it, and then walks into the
Alcoholics with excessive body art.
ocean. Yeah. Well, whatever.
But yeah, Thor now, I think he's lost his step.
Thor, you think lost his stuff?
Yeah, that's why he was like struggling when he came to trying to fight Thanos. That's what I thought.
Oh, well.
Because he hasn't been working out and he's like just drinking beer and like playing Fortnite.
Oh, well. Yeah. But he'll get back into shape. That's fine.
You think they will for Guardians?
Absolutely.
As Guardians of the Galaxy.
Easily. Yep, absolutely.
They're just. What did you think of like that whole Thor's fat thing?
I didn't really give a shit. I think
Twitter did.
I know that there's a section of Twitter out there that's like,
It was fat phobic.
yeah, whatever that means. But they I mean, like, yeah, they make fun of him for being like out of shape and overweight, but then they also, yeah, but then they also show him like when he powers up, he's still like bigger, and then he still kicks ass. So
I didn't like how the suit sort of like just did one of these, and it just like polygoned right to his belt.
Yeah,
it doesn't seem like an accurate representation of how fat would form.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like it should have a different sort of a Volstagg.
It was a beer belly. It was a beer belly because he's
but it looks like the front piece is just one solid flat piece of plastic, and it's just being pushed out a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess because it literally was effects wise, but whatever. I really didn't have an issue with that. I know that some people did, but
he lolooked like his dad.
I'm a cis straight white male, regular looking person.
White male.
I am I'm as privileged as you can get, so nothing phases me. Yeah, Robert Pattinson Batman. He'll be great.
He looks good.
He'll be good.
I wonder how his American accent is.
I'm sure.
I haven't seen the Twilight movies really.
I'm sure it'll be good. I want to look at this bad Spider-Man Far From Home poster.
I noticed it and I didn't think it was great.
If you, most people listening, if you look up the most recent Spider-Man Far From Home poster, it's just Tom Holland, Nick Fury, and then Mysterio, Jake Gyllenhaal.
How does Tom Holland have top
on one poster?
Samuel Jackson?
And like, it's just so terrible looking. Like, and then there's just like a logo of a spider behind them all. It just looks really, really bad.
Huh.
Like, this is like hilariously, I could do this. Top comment, what the fuck
is this?
Kind of feels like the title should be Spider-Man Far From Home full movie HD Google. This is up there with Black Panther poster for one of the ugliest posters in MCU history. What high school intern made this garbage? Dude, I didn't realize how bad the Black Panther poster was until I saw it in this context.
Oh my god.
Tell me that doesn't look like
that looks really, really bad.
So someone took the Black Panther poster of
I thought it should have just been that big marble statue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of Chadwick Boseman like sitting on the throne, right, without the mask on, and the CG work is really rough, and someone just put like the PlayStation 2 like box art logo on it, and it looks really fucking like a real game.
Scroll up to the poster again. I don't hate it, but it just like, this is sort of abrupt. I feel like his fingers should come around like on the other side of this. Otherwise, it just looks like it just cut.
It's just so lazy, dude. Like,
I would have preferred it to be sort of similar to the Raimi posters, where
those
were
like so fucking good.
The him on the wall where he's like pronounced there.
Here's the
Spider-Man 3 was even good. That one's great.
People roast this one all the time too. It's just too many randomly like cut and paste.
Okay,
faces.
yeah, Peter Parker should not be in the same cover as
like
Spider-Man.
Robert Downey Jr. looks so weird in this photo. Look at him. He doesn't look real.
He looks like he's about to burn alive.
Exactly.
Michael Keaton looks like he's not even in this movie.
And then Marissa Tomei is just kind of hovering over here.
She looks like she's like dumb.
It's so weird.
It is really strange. What would you have preferred?
The one that Marvel made where it's just Peter chilling like on the train. That one is amazing.
In his backpack.
Yeah.
That one is pretty good. Manhattan is in the background.
This one. The first one. This one is amazing. Perfect. Like, that's exactly the kind of thing you should do.
Yeah.
Like, I love that one. But then...
Oh, that one's great, too.
That one's pretty good.
This is great, again, for audio podcasts.
Yeah, I know. This is why we should fucking do the Joe Rogan thing, where he, like, pulls up the...
Jamie
pulled up. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't hate it, but it's not great.
What is this one? I just love people leaving bad posters in the comments.
John Travolta is such a weird person.
I don't know why John Travolta is the way he is. It's a ripoff of the Jack Reacher poster, apparently.
Jack Reacher's a good movie.
The law has limits.
Tom Cruise is another weirdo.
He is super weird.
Did you see that Mr. Sunday Movies has a theory that the reason Tom Cruise isn't seen kissing any people in movies anymore is because he's not allowed to?
I would believe that, honestly. What's this? I just like clicking on random image.
Oh my
links.
god!
Someone did the PlayStation
Another
2
PlayStation 2 one. Look at Jake Gyllenhaal. He looks like he just heard you like talk shit about him.
He's
behind
like,
his back. So,
what's that?
You want to repeat that? You're just scrolling down. It's getting worse.
I am. I want to find someone links the Raimi one.
Just Google it.
But if someone links it, no.
Just Google it. You're at the bottom of the thread.
How do I spell spider? There we go.
Yeah, these are great.
One of the best posters ever made.
I don't know about that.
Well, it's really good.
It's pretty good.
See Doc Ock in his eye.
And his lens, yeah.
His flexing his muscle, man. He's shredded. Mary Jane Watson. I mean, it's a damsel in distress thing. So
Amazing Spider-Man 2 had a pretty good one. Choice is a bad header for that. Destiny. He looks like he made that suit.
This one
like
looks
in a garage.
This one looks kind of lame. The Amazing Spider-Man ones, I don't really like. They're not too bad, but they're just kind of boring. But this one, ooh, mwah.
You should never have Spider-Man just standing like a T pose. Like he should be like
Always in action.
Look up scroll up, look up Spider-Man swinging comics.
Always in a
where
pose.
is it? This.
Oh, the one where he does.
He has his like knees up over his torso, and he's like just exaggerated expression because he's just so elastic that you can't have such a dynamic looking character.
That's what I love
stand
about
so stock still.
That's what I love about the Spider-Man PS4.
The swinging mechanics really exaggerated.
Looks great.
This is just the cover of the game.
Yeah. I mean, it is a little simple with like just the red background and stuff.
Yeah,
I wish it would have been like New York or something.
I like it. It's just very like
it's pretty bold,
matte.
It's pretty bold. I can understand why they went for that aesthetic. I dig that
because it's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Did
you see John Wick 3?
I did.
You told me you saw it.
I did.
I saw it as well.
I like
it was amazing.
Something I thought of earlier. I don't know if you've seen The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
No. I know what it is, though.
The guy who's the ugly is this.
Feel bad for that guy.
This Mexican dude who is played by a non-Mexican dude. I'm pretty sure. Again, it was a long time ago. But there's a moment after he's abandoned by Blondie, played by Clint Eastwood, and he finds this gun store, and then he's presented all these nice guns, and then he takes them apart and he listens to them click and stuff, and he assembles his perfect piece, and then he holds the guy up and robs him. And John Wick does a very similar thing when he goes into the gun weapon museum, and he grabs all the guns and he takes them apart, and he does a very similar thing where he clicks the cylinder and he finds the perfect. I don't know what the fuck you're looking for.
Yeah, I don't know shit about guns, but like it looked really fucking cool. Where
it's
he was
telling
just like building
secrets.
it.
It's just like
I mean, but like I thought it was funny that he put all that effort just to, like load and shoot one bullet.
He shot it twice.
Yeah. As soon as the dude goes to the door, John Wick finishes building it, and he's just like bang.
He fans the hammer.
He's done
twice.
And then they start fighting, and then they both realize
never see the revolver again.
Yeah, then they both realize they're like surrounded by knives and stuff. So he's like starts breaking the glass, grabbing the knives, like
they break like 30
throwing knife fights.
It's amazing.
I feel bad for like the collector that's like taking his whole life to collect these like antique knives.
All he has to do is pull it out of the guys.
Yeah, but still, just being like, now we gotta clean.
It's a net loss.
The blood is rusting my collection. But I thought it was great. I thought overall, like the action. This movie never fucking let up. Like, it was the most action-packed.
Halle Berry was really good.
She was great. The dogs were awesome in that.
Not just like, oh, dogs are cute. It was just so vicious.
Yeah.
Like, she would say something in, I don't know what.
Not even, she just says, like, their name or something. Or,
no,
like,
she says like, other words.
She has some commands. She has some commands for the dogs. But the work that must have gone into like train those dogs
It was
with her
so
and
much.
do that. Like
I was
props.
looking for where the hits didn't look like they would connect, but each one, every single thing was fluid as fuck.
Everyone looked like they were really dying, and I was like, "Wow, I really hope these extras are alive."
Every
like,
single she did that like the capoeira thing where the Black Widow thing where you wrap your like crotch around somebody's head and then flip them over like 4 or 5 times, and I was totally okay with it.
I know, like that is like kind of the stereotypical like woman like.
Well, yeah, because if
sexually...
someone's heavier than you, then you want to get on top of them and bring them down.
That's true. Yeah. I've never thought.
I don't know
about
if it's
that way.
it is. I guess
I thought it was always just like an attack to make like girls like look hot while like killing people, and I was always like,
the first time I remember seeing it was
at work.
Colombiana with
yes, Zoe Saldana. Awesome. Yeah. So, but whatever.
Yeah, movie great. 10 out of 10. See it.
9 out of 10. Go watch them all. Did you see the Terminator Dark Fate trailer?
I did.
It looks like an action movie.
It does look like. I'm glad they brought back Sarah.
Yeah. It looks like action movie the movie, and that is not a good or bad thing. I will have to wait to see the movie.
Terminator 1 and 2 are some of my favorite movies of all time.
I remember liking Salvation as a kid when I had no taste.
Oh, with Christian Bale.
Yeah. I remember thinking it was the coolest movie ever.
All the cuts to the guy who plays Chekhov. Yeah, that was boring.
Yeah, no. But
it was like Transformers.
But the guy who's directing this one is the Deadpool, Tim Miller.
Tim Miller, yeah.
Yeah.
And then who got kicked out of Deadpool too.
Yeah. Which him and Ryan Reynolds have bad blood or something apparently.
I have no idea. It was just like there was apparently some bridge fight scene that they wanted to nail down that didn't get nailed down.
Well, then who directed Deadpool 2?
I think it was like Ryan Reynolds or something else.
Ryan Reynolds himself. Oh, David Leitch. Whomst?
Deadpool 2.
Oh,
Atomic Blonde. John Wick.
He was a producer.
He was a director for Fast and Furious.
Oh, he's doing Hobbs and Shaw.
Whoa,
good for him. Oh, he's an action choreographer and a stunt coordinator.
But he's a director too.
Yeah, I mean that's what happened with John Wick. The guys who direct John Wick were stunt.
Yeah, they were just
action directors on that. That's how they knew Keanu. So he did. Oh, he's an uncredited director on John Wick.
That's weird.
He directed Atomic Blonde, which is just female John Wick.
Not true at all.
Is Atomic Blonde good?
I've seen parts of it. It got boring, but I would
Really?
not call it Atomic Blonde is the female John Wick. I think that's stupid.
I feel like that was like the immediate comparison from watching those trailers.
Stupid. You shouldn't say that.
Why is it stupid?
It's just saying is just like, oh, this has been done before by a man.
I mean, like, it felt like the more like this is a new modern action franchise.
The story is so different.
She's like a spy, right?
Yeah, she's a spy in Soviet Russia or something like that.
Okay. But he's doing Hobbs and Shaw, so that movie looks fucking bonkers.
And then they have that trailer where it goes, reach out and touch base. That's pretty good.
Yeah, the trailers for Atomic Blonde were really
There's also, there's now every movie, I guess this is sort of in that same vein of, oh, this is the female John Wick, where it's the hallway fight scene or the staircase fight scene, something that you mention when you leave the theater. Just like, man, I love that fight scene.
Yep.
Staircase fight scene in Atomic Blonde's really good.
Yeah, John Wick 3, it's the knife thing for
that
sure.
one, I would say, is that the best part?
I think it was my favorite.
I liked when he cut his finger off. That was my favorite part.
That was intense, man.
It was pretty crazy.
That was a lot.
He gave up his wedding ring.
That was shitty. John Wick's just really been through the ringer. Just leave the guy alone.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd say that I agree. The Knife Museum.
Okay. Westworld 3. You sent me this
so
trailer.
Weird.
Aaron Paul. This is one of the good things that came out of watching Game of Thrones. The previews beforehand, they showed this like sci-fi series starring Aaron Paul, where he's working in like a future city or whatever.
He's getting beaten up.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, this looks interesting. I'm glad Aaron Paul has a new show though.
He's robbing places.
And then at the end of the trailer, you see Dolores coming out of a tunnel or something, injured. And Aaron Paul's like, what the fuck? And then it's like, cut to black, Westworld 3, that's it, coming soon. And I was like, oh shit. I didn't finish Westworld. I didn't finish season 2 because it was really confusing, and I was like, I hate this. I don't give a shit.
I don't understand what
but I love season 1.
What motivated them to just do the time jump shit? Where it's
so annoying,
so confusing.
But it was cool in season 1 because you didn't know what was happening. You thought all these stories were running concurrently.
Yeah.
like people theorized pretty quickly that like the Man in Black was William and like all this stuff.
William becoming the Man in Black, they need to explain how that person becomes that person, because
they did explore that in season 2 a little bit, because like they talk about how
but they're so different. How could a person change that much?
I don't know, it makes more sense than how fucking Daenerys changed.
You can have that much change, but you need to tell me how it happened.
Yeah. And yeah, I need to finish season 2, but I know it sucks, but I think maybe that's why they're going in such a radical direction with season 3. Do you think like they just want to get away from the park itself?
I'm surprised they even had the go ahead to do a season 3, because I don't.
Well, they need
season 2.
They need another big show that's gonna fill.
They
that
have
Game of Thrones
the
slot.
Mandalorian.
That's not HBO.
Whatever.
That's Disney.
What is it? I'm thinking.
They have Watchmen.
They do have Watchmen.
But that's a miniseries only, I think. Apparently.
And then, what was it? HBO has something else.
Oh, The Golden Compass.
Yeah.
That series.
Yeah. That looks good as well.
I didn't know it was I didn't know Golden Compass was a part of that larger thing.
James McAvoy's in that.
Yeah, and so is Lin-Manuel Miranda, and so is Daphne Keane, who is Little Wolverine. So.
Oh yeah. And
yeah.
Yelman was like,
I thought this was a Wolverine show. I don't care about this. I didn't grow up with those stories. It's like one of the things I didn't read as a kid.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I didn't read it. I watched the first movie with Daniel Craig, and he's just wandering around in the snow and doing nothing. And I thought it was cool.
Apparently the movie's bad, though.
No, it's not good. It's not good. I've seen it recently, and it's not good.
So, yeah, Westworld 3, hopefully it's good. Watchmen, I really hope is good.
Oh, yeah. When isn't it supposed to be set after the events of Watchmen 1, when Rorschach becomes sort of a cult?
Which is crazy. I didn't know that this is what they were going to do with it, but this is the new Watchmen that HBO is making is actually a sequel of sorts. I don't know if it's a sequel to the comics or the movie, because if it's a sequel to the comics, then they'll probably have to talk about
the monster,
the fucking alien squid thing.
Well, I mean, it's not an alien. They created it.
Oh, yeah.
That was supposed to be the world uniting event where they have to fight.
Yeah, they fight the common enemy.
But they changed that to have Dr. Manhattan be. I'd love that movie. So
I love the. That's my dog.
Your dog's howling.
I love it. But I love the movie ending where they change it to Ozymandias being like the enemy and stuff.
Oh, in the comics, in the button.
The happy face.
Oh no, the Armageddon clock or world clock, ending clock, something. The new series, it's like
Doomsday Clock.
Clock. Ozymandias has a cancer or something.
Yeah.
And then the comedian is brought back somehow from another dimension, and then he tries to kill Ozymandias.
Is there not like a Rorschach cult in Doomsday Clock?
Rorschach is a different person. So I don't know if he's a cult.
Okay.
But he's this black dude.
I wonder if they'll take stuff from that series, though.
I hope they do.
Do you think?
I like the idea of Rorschach being sort of a mantle.
Yeah.
And these cult people have sort of skewed the idea of what Rorschach wanted, and then one guy who is really the epitome of Rorschach comes in and he like squares them all.
Absolutely. I agree. All right. Let's jump into some emails. This one is from Vanessa. Hello. What's up, dude? Sorry for the misspellings in the last email. I was writing that on the train, heading to work, just like I'm doing now. But yeah, I love Patrick because I remember him mentioning on the podcast the Netflix show Love, Death, and Robots, and I completely fell in love with the show. Yeah. Never knew we can have animation of this quality to be made. Seriously, some of these episodes look realistic enough. I thought they hired to make a live-action episode, but nope, that's all animated. Still blows my mind. Oh, and I hate Patrick for showing me this show because I binged all the episodes in one day, and now I need more episodes. Have a spectacular day.
I felt the same way.
It's all your fucking fault, man.
I watched all of it in a night.
Episodes. I watched the first one where the lady fights with the monster, like, telepathically or whatever, and then, like, she gets seduced and then killed, but then she doesn't actually live in her human body. She lives in the monster body.
She's just a program.
Yeah. And I was like, this is wild. And then I stopped watching. I watched the one of the three robots hanging out, like in the.
Oh yeah, that was really funny.
Yeah, that was fun.
And then the cats had taken over.
Yeah.
But my dad told me that he watched all of them.
Really, your dad?
Yeah, he enjoyed all of them. I mean, he grew up in the sort of like the wild and crazy '70s, so it was like really appealing to him. All the drugs and sex and murder, and he was talking to me about that specific episode, the one where the woman controls the monster, and he didn't get it at all. Like, he told me how he thought it had happened, and I was like, no, she's not the monster. She's a program that controls the monster. And he's just like, I don't think you understand what's going on. And I'm like, okay?
Yeah.
I immediately gave up because I knew he had just completely like locked down. Like, I know what happened.
No. I'm right.
You just don't understand.
It's too deep for your feeble mind. This one's from Darwin. He's currently in the bathroom at the gym listening to the podcast. The place he goes to does high intensity training. I do know what that is. Anyways, wanted to thank Charlton and Yaman for introducing me to AJR. The new album is fucking amazing. Started running to the bus stop while listening to Weak and Bud Like You, and it feels awesome. I have a question. Have you guys seen Long Shot with Seth Rogen? I saw it and absolutely loved it, and left feeling good about myself. Anyways, I'll fuck off now. Have a large penis day.
A large penis day to you
nice
too. Thank you for fucking checking out AJR. Isn't it fucking awesome?
It's great. But I've not seen Long Shot. I was about to go see that, but then I saw John Wick.
I might if I'm super bored one day, because that's not really my jam, the romantic comedy sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I know Seth Rogen helped produce it or whatever, so it's probably really funny.
Apparently it's good.
That's what they say. And Charlize Theron was fucking Furiosa and a bunch of other movies that I love. So.
Like, it's with people I like, but to be honest,
I don't really.
I'm part of the problem with movie going today, where I will only go to the theaters to see kind of like a big spectacle movie.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll watch it at home because it's not really worth it.
I especially now because I have a huge TV. And
yeah.
I might not even a movie has to be an A++ for me to be like, all right, I'm gonna pay money, sit down in a theater with a bunch of people I don't want to see.
I really like going to the movies still, but only like really, it's only worth it for me most of the time if it's like a big blockbuster or like a big movie.
Yeah.
I feel like garbage for saying that, but that's just the way it is. Like.
Yeah,
I'd rather like watch like Long Shot is definitely something I would catch on Netflix or something.
Long Shot, I know exactly how it's gonna happen. My parents are gonna watch it, and I'm gonna be walking in between the kitchen and my room and be like,
"You're gonna pop in."
Oh, that was funny, and then like go to my room and then mention it on the podcast. I saw this one scene that was cool. I'm not gonna see the movie.
You'll never
entirely,
see the whole movie,
but everyone says it's amazing. And there was like all those ads after the first slew of ads, which says there's like #1 movie in America, Long Shot, with Seth Rogen.
Pulling from the YouTube comments. Because we never do this. We keep forgetting to do this. Carib Fusion says, I don't like the new intro song, but still a good podcast.
Too bad.
Fuck you. Devin says, Lamau Patrick, I never took you
Why do you say it that way?
Lamau?
You're stupid.
LMAO, Patrick, I never took you as a Penguin Zero fan. He's a cool dude. Who's that? Did you talk about that?
Penguin Zero. He's a guy who does reviews, like the Moist Meter. And you ever see those, like, he'll redub, like, a infomercial where it's like, the Panflex. You use the Panflex to clean your butthole. I was like,
oh, okay. Rage 2, Discount Mad Max, Mohawk Guy. I don't know. A lot of these comments don't make sense most of the time. Which
it's
is why,
YouTube.
Like, fucking, you guys need to get it together.
Demanding.
I'm gonna go to the My Hero Academia episode. There's a lot of discourse on this one, I think.
Oh, fuck. Is there really?
Endgame plot hole. Thanos can't snap it in a metal glove. It would just make a clinking sound. Goodbye.
See, I don't think it mattered. People talked about this all the fucking time. How that noise wouldn't occur. I don't think it matters to the gauntlet.
Does not matter.
Well, I didn't hear the noise.
He probably uses one of the stones to make the sound. He's like, reality stone. Make sure you make sure you make the snapping noise. It's got to be really like a thumping. Like,
yeah, that is not gonna fucking be the phantom thread that really tears the whole thing down.
Emily says, so glad you guys like My Hero Academia. It's my favorite anime, and I love you guys. I love you, Aaron.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
You're great.
Do you also hate Mineta? Let us know.
I do hate Mineta a lot. So far, I've loved every podcast I've watched of yours. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. Fuck. What is their name?
No Life to Save.
Well, that's rough.
I hope we can help in like some small way.
Whoa, that one's talking about Game of Thrones.
Yeah, this is this is when Battle of Winterfell happened, and we were like, "This is some ass."
Why did you choose the picture of John covered in shit, and then this guy with his little cosplay mask of the Night King?
Thought it was funny. I didn't give a shit. Not a fan of Game of Thrones, so I'm gonna pass on this one, but I'll still drop a couple nuts. And then I told them to just fucking skip to the thing. This is a thoughtful comment from Danielle about Sansa/Tyrion's Romeo and Juliet moment, where they were like about to kill each other, but they didn't. Deleted scene shows that they were supposed to go out and fight the dead Starks in the crypts, which makes sense given Sansa was one of the only ones who had a weapon. Really felt like they could have cut out some of the Sam flails around while sobbing on a pile of corpses shots to fit the duos fighting in. Oh well, I guess.
It was a bad sign when they had more than one of those.
Oh yeah, it was bad. He was fucking hugging them.
Why was he even fighting? He doesn't do anything. I feel like he should have just taped 2 of the obsidian daggers to his hands and just.
Yeah, exactly. Matthew says merch would be really cool. I'd totally buy a Prude today. Same for face cam. Would be fun to watch you guys talk or play a game. Literally, what we were doing before we started recording was I was playing a game. We were just like bantering.
We could do some of that.
I felt like we were fucking. I felt like we were fucking Funhouse.
Do you want to do that after this? Just record a small thing and then try it.
Don't you have D&D to go to?
Not anymore. My little brother's had a project or something for school, so we're doing it Monday now.
Oh really? I don't even have a webcam. We'll fucking figure it out later. Sabrina whatever. I love found flicks because I'm a baby and can't always handle watching scary or violent movies, but I love movies, so it's more palatable to watch his videos. 100%. This is that channel I was telling you about
that I'll never check out.
That we got recommended to by Nina,
and that you enjoy.
It's really good. It's the it's like basically summaries of horror movies with cool concepts, or like that are normally like shitty or whatever. So I never watch them, but I like just kind of knowing like what happens anyways.
There's a YouTube channel I used to check out more, which was monster movies, like what's the one where they go down into the cavern and all the little goblins.
Oh, The Descent.
The Descent.
Yeah, I watched that one.
They'll take a movie like that,
yeah,
and then they'll the Descent creatures, all appearances, and they just cut together every single frame that includes a picture of the monster, so you can just watch that.
Well, what I like about this dude is that he'll literally just like tell you the story of the movie and like what happens. Like it's like summary.
So it's the reason people watch CinemaSins.
Well, no, because he's not being like, oh, no lap dance in this scene.
There is like idiots who enjoy it for that, but most of the time, I feel like people watch CinemaSins to watch a movie without watching a movie.
I never thought about it like that.
Really?
That makes sense.
That's how I used to do it.
That makes sense. Okay.
Transformers: The Last Night. I don't want to see that, but I guess I'll watch this and get the gist of it.
Yeah. But like for this, I would never see like the new Pet Sematary because I don't give a shit. But I'm curious as to like maybe what happens. Too. I'm a little curious. Like if I'm a little curious, like I'll watch this video. Like it's nothing. Like it's like good to have it on in the background. You know what I mean?
Actually watch that.
Or like The Silence, that shitty Netflix horror movie.
I did see that.
Yeah.
You watched it? I watched like the first 5 minutes, and what a waste of Stanley Tucci.
See, I know. See, like I would watch this. I wouldn't watch the actual movie. Goodnight Mommy. Never watched that. I watched this. Now I know what it's about. It's actually pretty interesting.
You gonna use this method to watch Child's Play?
Probably. I don't really give a shit about Child's Play to begin with.
Chucky's the dumbest fucking villain ever.
Yeah. I remember one time I was getting a haircut. I was visiting my relatives down in Florida, and I needed a haircut apparently. My mom made me go get a haircut, so we found just like the nearest fucking barbershop in some shopping mall. And it was like dead empty, and it was just like this weird like kind of redneck-ish dude, and he just had like a Chucky doll on his stand with Chucky was holding scissors.
What the fuck?
And I was like, what the fuck?
This should make kids comfortable.
Yeah, I know. Anyways, the haircut was bad and it also hurt to get, so I was not a fan of it.
You gonna see Brightburn?
I do actually want to see Brightburn.
I kind of want to see it too.
Is it playing?
I don't know.
Do you want to go see it tonight?
Sure.
What is it? Let me see. I'll Google this.
I doubt it's. I don't think it's out yet.
It came out this weekend, I'm pretty sure. There we go.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sweet. Let's do it.
Remember how we were like, let's record something and give content to the people who watch this? Actually, fuck that.
Fuck that.
Let's watch this little kid kill a bunch of people.
I love it. I mean, I'm sure we can do that at some point. I need a fucking camera.
And you're here now. So.
I genuinely don't have a camera for us to even like record.
We can fucking get a $10 webcam.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't even need that.
I mean,
this is a trial.
We can get a $5 webcam.
We can get it for free. We'll steal it. Remember the fucking Pokemon Steel Links?
Yes, the evolution of Onyx.
Steel Links, like a chain.
Ha! Genius. But yeah. Anyways, that's that. That's it. Oh, before the
Patreon, you fucking
before
idiot.
the show ends.
Did you see how we read the Patreon last time? We read every current and previous applicant to the Patreon.
Yeah, no, I filtered to the active patrons because
we could not figure that out.
Yeah, no. What is the all? If I don't filter it, how many people are there?
A lot.
26. Wow.
Read the other thing.
So many people have stopped giving us money. Why would
Scroll
you stop?
up. God, bitch. I'm gonna read it. Thank you to these sexy people. Unless you're like a minor. Brianna.
Pro Jared situation.
That's not. You can't joke about that, you fucking idiot. Cassie Werbin. Why are their full names cut out?
I don't read the last names.
Oh, Brianna, Cassidy, Chelsea, David, Brody Miller, Aaron,
I just
Kelly,
say?
Everso, Joe, Jesse, Kane, like fucking the Spider-Man clone, Monty, Rebecca, Sydney, Tara, that loser Travis, Vanessa, and Jessica. Fucking thank you. Why do you give us money? It's such a waste. We don't do anything cool.
I would give you all a firm handshake.
We just promised you content and fucking pull the rug out from under you.
Well, I feel like that is something we could actually do because, like, I'm not going back to college, so I will be around.
Neither am I, pal.
Hey, so we always make these promises. We're like, oh, we're totally making merch, and like, we got close though. We literally, we were looking at samples. I literally just fucking
like swan bottom of the
we were literally looking at samples for merch, and then I literally left for school, so that kind of put a damper on things.
That's the only reason we stopped doing that.
Well, fuck you. Anyways,
my new job, the headquarters. I don't know if you remember where they are in Chantilly.
Yeah, I know.
But
it's
right next to a place that also does t-shirt printing. I
was like, ooh. All right. Thank you again for listening, guys. If you want to know
something that I've discovered that I really like.
Why do you always do this?
The way that Nick and Mason talk.
On the Weekly Panic. Great podcast.
Nick, the Mr. Sunny movies will say like, so I've noticed something in the trailer, and then Mason would be like, oh, hello. It's like very like regal, and I love it so much. That's like half the reason I listen to
the Australian accents like really make that show, honestly.
Could not stop. I'm like literally going backwards through all of them.
They'll literally be like, they'll just mention like random Australian stuff like, oh, did you go to the theater in Adelaide? And I'm like, Adelaide? I'm just like, ooh, okay. Anyways, thanks again for listening, guys. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Prude Dudes. Follow me on Twitter at AlexPen97. You can follow Patrick at PatrickCharles05. You can follow Yaman at Papa Yam, 2 S's. Tell him to fuck off and never come back here ever again.
Tell him he smells like butt.
Tell him AJR is bad and that he should feel bad.
We bring that up before, and nobody would do that to him.
Yeah. Hurt him in the most personal way you possibly can.
Because he'll probably respond as like, you can make fun of me all you want, but just don't lie, all right?
DM Yaman, develop a really close relationship with him.
And then betray him.
Then betray him or ghost him. And then that'll really...
That would actually hurt his feelings.
Yeah, I know.
He likes people a lot.
I know. That's the joke.
See, I feel like the thing is, Yaman likes people, and he's generally benevolent. Mm-hmm. I'm not. I hate everyone. Yeah. I'm all friended up. I have 3, and that's enough.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I have 3. You have a lot of friends, and you're benevolent sometimes. But I feel like, all right, let's keep this professional. I feel like you're very closed off.
Me?
Yeah, like you wouldn't like be the first person if you met somebody for a work event. You wouldn't like immediately try to
stop shaking your leg.
You wouldn't immediately try to establish contact with them and be friends.
It's more that I'm awkward, not that I'm like closed off.
You're lying.
I just don't know how to fucking... I would love to be everyone's friends. I honestly don't think I have enough friends right now.
How many friends do you have, if you can count?
It's weird because you're like at that thing where, like, am I really friends with these people? Like, I can probably hang out with them if I want to, but it's not like super tight with them, you know?
Acquaintance.
Yeah, like sometimes it feels more acquaintancy.
Do you ever meet people who are super annoying about who you call friend?
No.
There's like people who qualify like certain words, like I'll be like, yeah, so my friend, and then they'll be like, whoa, and it's so rare that this happens, but there are like psychos that do this.
Yeah.
He's like, whoa, what qualifies him as a friend? And I'm like, he's a guy I know. And then just like, a friend is someone that you can count on, and it's just like, what the fuck is happening? This is a movie?
This feels like a conversation that happened at like a guard table. I feel like this has happened. Yeah. What was that Stranger Things trailer where like they're at the lifeguard thing again? Or like the psychopathic kid who's like a lifeguard now? And like all the moms think he's hot.
He's supposed to be like, I'm wondering if they're gonna make him gay. His character.
Oh, I doubt it. Oh, actually, it could be. Because actually could be interesting if they make it so all of his aggression comes from him being like closeted and stuff.
And his dad hating him and stuff.
Yeah. That would redeem that character immediately for me. I mean, not immediately, but like it would make him infinitely more interesting than him just being like a douchebag, like a gigantic douchebag. Because Joe is now a good guy.
I wonder if they're gonna do that.
Maybe. I mean, her little sister is like best friends with Millie Bobby Brown in real life.
He didn't have a fucking buoy.
Yeah, he didn't.
You mentioned that.
Yeah, and I was like, motherfucker, get a buoy. What are you doing?
I'm imagining you from across the pool. Like, hey, what are you doing?
What are you gonna do when you need to do a deep water rescue with a
spinal?
Yeah, you gotta stabilize that spine.
You don't stabilize the spine with the buoy.
Or fucking
You're
whatever.
You're out to pasture.
I'm retired.
I'm retired from that game.
Thank you for listening. Goodbye.